Greetings. Welcome to another Komodo Pioneers Podcast. I'm E. Giuliano, today with webworker01. Webworker01, welcome to the Komodo Pioneers Podcast.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks a lot for being here. I know you've been really busy dealing with not only life things, but especially all these Komodo things that you've been working on. You're going for a North America Notary Node for this spring 2018, and you have your vote addresses, and you have some things that you've done here. Is there anything? Why don't we start by sharing the screen and showing some of these things over here. Is there anything you'd like to talk about that you've done?
Yeah, so the main thing I've been focusing on with the notary elections, of course, was participating in the test net, and that's been obviously to me coming into the community kind of new. I wanted to make sure that I could demonstrate to everybody that I have the technical ability and skills to run Node efficiently. And, it's been a learning experience. But I also think that I've shown that I can, of course, maintain a good level of performance. So
Nice. That's good. Yes, yeah. And you've recently released this wallet worker, which we'll talk about momentarily. But before we do that, you did mention that you've recently gotten into Komodo and participating in the development of things for Komodo here. What's your experience been so far? Is there anything you'd like to talk about that? What do you think about Komodo in general? What drew you to Komodo? What keeps you here?
Yeah, so I think, I'm looking at the page here. I mentioned I learned about it around Beer Komodo Barter Deck Swap event. I did know about the name because of I think I heard about the Bitcoin Dark swap ending. And at that time I bought a couple of Bitcoin Dark because I'm like, I wanted I like getting free coins and airdrops and stuff like that. But no, it wasn't really until the beer and KMD swap that I started learning more and actually using barter decks a little bit and Agama. And as I looked more into the ecosystem, I really think the biggest thing that kind of drew me to Komodo in general is that it's not conflicting with Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin in general, and I've been involved with just specifically Bitcoin, not really altcoins for a number of years, and I really like the idea of the delayed proof of work and how it's not really a competing network, but more like an add-on or companion, I guess would be better to say. Enhancement, maybe that's the word.
Yeah, it really is nice. And from on a technical level, from a technical perspective, from a production perspective, you find that Komodo offers the opportunities that resonate with you. The vision of Komodo, and then the base technology that's there, like you mentioned, DPOW, and then of course there's so much more going on, and those base layers are set, and now you're coming in and you're trying to make the next type things that are gonna just enhance even the Komodo itself. And then you're talking about also how that's a nice relationship between Komodo and the rest of the space, as it's not really, it's there to support and to add on and grow everything that's possible within the space. That's beautiful. And there you are, helping out, working really hard, going for this Notary Node, North America. And I'm wishing you all the best. it's nice that you have this fresh energy and you're really looking to put in some work and some output, and that's beautiful. I appreciate that as somebody who really likes the Komodo. Is there anything you wanted to say before we start talking about the wallet worker that
Yeah.
you? Mhm.
As far as like the plan that I have, it's fluid for the moment.
Mhm.
Um, I think the experience over particularly in the past couple weeks, uh, was learning more about all the team members and the projects that everybody has
Mm.
already in progress.
Mhm.
So I want to make sure I don't, duplicate efforts or step on toes.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
it's been observational from my end. So, but
Mm.
hopefully, I feel like I'm getting to the point where I understand everything more, and I can identify some the thing that I can really build and
Yeah.
help.
Yeah, I hear you. That sounds like you are coming in, observing, getting to know how it works around the team and the space, and then looking where you can apply yourself. And that that sounds amazing. That's really great. It's very insightful, and it seems like I would think it's a good way to go about it. That seems like you'll fit right in. You'll find that spot where you're going to fit and go at it. That's great. Mm. And now recently you've got this wallet worker. What is this all about?
Yeah. So this is really half half demo and half it is a working product. I am actually using it on a regular basis myself. Uh, that whole
What's your
eat your own dog food thing.
okay?
I gotta make sure it works. So
What's your experience with it? How does it work? How
so
is
so basically it's a text-based interface to to Komodo and all the asset chains.
it? Nice.
It's kind of like a super light version of Agama, where there's not a GUI. There's simple text-based menus, but what it will do is run full node uh, native versions. I think it's called in Komodo, um, of Komodo itself and all the asset chains. I also wrote it in a very uh, I use Windows batch files. So anybody ideally that um, can read some basic code can look and see the various command line commands that would be used to interface with the Komodo network directly. So I was hoping that it would demonstrate my ability and also,
Hmm.
maybe help other people in the
Hmm.
process.
That's a dual purpose right there. Great. That's cool. Um, what do you think of Komodo asset chains, and is there anything about it that you'd like to say?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really great idea. You know, it's I mean the whole thing of not requiring uh, enormous amounts of hash rate to secure the network because you have the linked um, how do I say it? With the delayed proof of work, it's like a chain going from the asset chain itself to Komodo and then up to Bitcoin. I mean, it really gives this somebody with an idea, I guess, for a new coin, the ability to really create a coin and be able to give their audience the benefits of all
Mm-hmm.
that security above it.
Yeah. And at the same time be more autonomous as this side asset chain that doesn't need to. It could, yeah.
Doesn't have to be,
It's its
yeah, it
own
doesn't
thing.
have to be tied in if it's
And you were mentioning, so what you were mentioning was about notarizations, basically. Is that the other idea? Is that they kind of are able to be separate from each other, but at the same time work off of each other and get the security off of each other
right,
through
exactly.
through Komodo and then through Bitcoin ultimately?
So yeah, of course, running in these elections for Notary Node, that's I need to make sure I'm knowledgeable about what it is I'm going to be involved in. So
Mm.
yeah, definitely. I think it's like one of the great features. And when I found out about the elections, maybe it was on Reddit. Um, I don't think I was on Slack every day at that point. But when I found out about it, I read in. That's when I really looked more into the DPOW, and I thought it would be cool to learn about it at first, and then when I read about it more, I realized that I most likely could um, contribute and do this type of job well for
Mm.
the ecosystem. So yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. That's nice that you have this initiative, because that plays in well. You're looking also, you're mentioning here some potential future enhancements. Is there anything specific about it you'd like to tell us? Or is there anything else about other future things that you're looking at that you might like to tell us about? Things you're excited about or interested or looking to learn? You did mention that you're just kind of still in a big learning curve. Um, Anything else you felt
Well,
like mentioning? Yeah.
I mean, with this, excuse me, with the wallet worker,
Mm.
I mean, it's probably a very niche audience that will find it useful if there's enough people that do like it. Of course, I can add more features to it,
Mm.
but writing in the batch file language, I guess, is not really ideal.
Mm.
It was a little difficult to get some of the things working the way I wanted it. So, um, I have experience writing with like Node.js, PHP. I've done some Java, and so there's other options that I'd probably lean towards if I'm going to write software in the future.
Mhm.
But no, I think the really the thing I would look forward to the most if I am elected is working with the team. So far, it's been really great. Um, Before I came to the Komodo community, I was the sole developer for a cryptocurrency trading group. So, while I learned a lot about all the different altcoins and Bitcoin and learning technical analysis and things like that, um, as far as development and keeping up with that end of my or part of my experience, it was slightly lonely, I guess, maybe the
Mhm.
best word.
Mhm.
I don't know. So
Mhm.
I enjoy having uh, peers to talk with and also
Mm.
learn from. So
Yeah, I learn from is huge. Yeah. Hmm. Mm. And would it be helpful then for you if as many people as possible would kind of try out your wallet worker and give you any feedback necessary, or even just a thumbs up if it's kind of helpful for them? Is that something
yeah,
you would
I
like?
mean, feel free to check out the repository, and if it's something that you want to talk about or ask questions, there are a couple people have messaged me on Slack already.
Nice.
Um, I mean, if you don't feel like talking about it, there's a little star button at the top that you can uh, give me a little thumbs up, basically, and let me
Cool.
know that you at least liked it. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know that it's going to be the end game. I might do something similar for Linux shell. So it's a little
Mm.
depend. It really depends. So like I
Nice.
said, I have to.
Yeah, there's a lot more in store for webworker01, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's pretty
exactly.
exciting. That's really great. And I really do wish you well in these Notary Node elections. It is exciting. And just hats off to you, respect on you just for even signing up for the election and offering that. That's that's really nice. That's really good. It makes the community what it is, right? So
Yeah,
that's
no,
excellent.
it's awesome. It's been great. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Is there anything else you would like to mention before we part ways for the time being?
Yeah, I mean, anybody can contact me. Telegram, I'm on there all day, and Slack, same username.
All
Um,
right.
so I'm home and generally on my computer. Uh, sitting or standing, but I'm here. So if and like I said, I like collaborating. So
Good.
feel free to reach out.
Excellent. I really am happy for you. I hope it sounds like you're in a good place right now, and there's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming for you, a lot of growth for you, and also hopefully that'll translate into some nice healthy growth for the ecosystem, the Komodo ecosystem. All right, Webworker. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on and having a chance to talk with you, and maybe we'll see what happens for these notary nodes. I wish you the best. We'll see what happens, and we can talk again anytime. All right.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, webworker01, and goodbye, everyone else. Okay. See you next time. Bye. Take care.
Take care.